Hello, welcome back to the drive-thru. I'm your host, Tony T, as we broadcast live here on Pink Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We will get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games, and that's what we do here on the drive-thru Monday through Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. It's deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later, and to deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pink Dogs and at Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us for today here. One second here. We'll get him here for you right now. It'll be Alex Smart. We got Wayne Scott. Mills will be signing in momentarily. And here's how we'll line it up this evening. Smart, Scott, Brown, a late scratch, Young, and then I will close this one out. All right, we got a few games in primetime, Major League Baseball, couple from the NBA, couple from the Ice. But let's go ahead, let's get the show underway. Let's welcome in Alex Smart. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium with coverage here from the NBA. We'll bring in Alex here in just a second. Alex, what's going on? Well, thought we had Alex. It's going to be one of those shows today. Guess Alex somehow got disconnected from the show. Let's see here. Hopefully he'll connect back in just a second. Then we'll just have to move on here to Wayne Scott. So wait for Alex here to get signed back in. We'll bring in Wayne. You can catch him over at Pick Dogs Premium. So let's bring in Wayne here in just a second here. See if we can get Wayne here. Go all the way back here. Wayne's set to go. Wayne, what's happening? Are you there, Wayne? Oh, we got Alex back again. Yeah, you're back again.
Yeah. Okay. Everything froze up, and I'm back.
All right.
Technological. Yeah.
All right. Got some technical issues here. So we're getting ready here to cover the game here with Alex. As we're going to get NBA coverage here today. It will not be this game. It will be the other one here today. So let's go ahead and move the chains here. We're going to be looking at this Mavericks and Thunder game here. We see the Thunder laying 5 in this one, total 217.5.
Yeah, Oklahoma City, I mean, they've won 10 straight games, part of the regular season, playoffs. I mean, they're on a roll. Hard to beat. Doncic is a great superstar. I'll just put it simply. I mean, he can steal a game at any time. But, he's pretty banged up. He's seen a lot of minutes, and you can see he's banged up. And this is going to be an interesting game, but Oklahoma City's on a roll. At home this year, they've been powerful. I mean, as favorites, they've won by an average of 15.4 points per game playing at home. That's a 37-game span. So that's a sample size that tells you a story about this team. This is a powerful NBA team, a contender, and I don't think we're laying too many points here with the Thunder, to tell you the truth. And they've done well against great three-point shooting teams this year, 36% or better, cashing at a high percentage rate, and by an average of 5.4 points per game on the differential, 5.6, I'm sorry. So, the line makers know what they're doing. They're giving us a little bit of room here, a little bit of an edge, and I'm going to take it with the hotter team, Oklahoma City.
All right. And we're going to get to Oklahoma City here from Alex here tonight. In this one, the Thunder here laying the 5. Yeah, hard to argue that one, the way OKC's played. And, of course, how fast they look on the court. We're not just talking about a couple players here. They just seem to have a little bit more team speed.
Yeah, even with Lively, controlling the game. He's just everybody stands out. They've got a different role. That team is, wow. All I can say is wow right now. And anything within 5 points, maybe, even I'm even looking at, say it was a Denver. I don't know if it would have been a better matchup for the Mavericks against Dallas or against Minnesota, against Denver or against Minnesota. But I think anybody they would have played from that group of 3, and I know some people might disagree with me, I think the Mavericks are the 4th team in that group. And don't get me wrong, I constantly say this. Doncic is a superstar. He can steal a game. I'm not saying he can't steal a game here. I'm saying we have to take our edges, and the edges are important, and the numbers don't lie. I mean, if you're just going to go ahead and just, throw money down on a hunch, or I will say, Dallas is going to bounce back, that kind of thing. You're just basic, they're a great team, they're going to bounce back. I mean, I personally, from my point of view, you're betting in the wrong kind of mindset.
Yeah, and
not that you won't be right. Yeah,
and that's the lazy mindset that I used to use in my youth. Right, you kind of throw away everything, throw away the stats, and just think, oh, it's a bounce back spot. Just blindly play play the team that needs to win the most. But we've learned our lessons over that period of time that you've got to put the work in, no matter what the situation, no matter what the spot.
Yeah, the Snows has seen a lot of a lot of punches. We'll put it that way. It's interesting. This is interesting too. I'm not saying this is what's going to happen because home favorites from 3.5 to 9.5 points in the second game of the playoff series over the last 5 years have cashed at a 77% clip, 27-8 ATS. Now, like I said, we might, somebody who bet Dallas might do well tonight, and add to the non-positive part of that long-term trend. Anyway, like I said, I'm repeating myself on a consistent basis, but it's important to get this through to everybody that you always have to take your edges, look at things like you said from a neutral point of view.
Yep. Yeah, you have to, because I know a lot of the bounce back guys got kneed up here in that Timberwolves Denver series.
Yeah, and you can still see them coming back here and saying, hey, no, man, Denver's definitely coming back. I'm not saying they're not. I'm just saying, what have we seen from Denver so far? We've seen what could possibly be a generational defense from Minnesota. We're talking something that could go down in history. I'm not exaggerating that in my own mind. I'm watching this team play. Defensively, man, I don't think it's a better team in the NBA. But, we'll see what happens here. And, anything can degenerate into, something that doesn't look like the best defense in the NBA. You just don't know. But that's why I'm saying you don't know. And that's why when you bet, you take your edges.
Health is always a wrinkle in every handicap. So right now, Minnesota is in good health. They got they had their injuries regular season. OKC, probably the most healthiest team in the season. They were kind of like Sacramento last year, where they pretty much had a clean injury report for many games. Yeah,
that's right. And the injuries, and sometimes a lot of people just don't pay attention to injuries. And like I said, Donut's just a great player. He's seen a lot of minutes. I mean, he's tired. You can see it. And even great players, he may go crazy tonight. I don't know. Anything's a possibility. But, man, he's looking pretty beat up, and that's not a good sign for them right now.
It's tough when you don't have depth and everything's on your shoulders. It's a tough pill to swallow. Ask the Lakers when they were trying to be carried by two teams. That concept doesn't seem to be working anymore, especially if you could put together a complete team that will top any big three or big two.
I agree. And talking about the Lakers too, I think their time is over. It's time to rebuild and move on from the senior citizens. And they got some great players, but man, it's time to.
Yeah, they don't have the visionary. They don't have Jerry Buss. Jerry Buss would have saw this. Their owner's living on a family trust. So her most important thing is making sure the bills get paid, and that means signing LeBron as long as possible.
Yeah, exactly. It's a great brand name, and you're going to sell the building out most nights to corporates and some rich Hollywood superstars and whatever else you got there. But yeah.
I always say LeBron pays the bills, and when he's not there, then they're going to have to lay off. And I don't think this owner, I don't think she has the heart to lay people off, because you have to do that because he brings in more revenue for your team.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, he's quite, and he's a good character. He can speak well. He can, he's part of the brand. I mean, he is part of the brand right now, but geez, man, something's got to be done.
Yeah, you're right. They have to, if they want to win it. If Jerry Buss was running the team, he would have seen this a long time ago and done something about it, because he has other revenue streams, right? He doesn't have to live on his Laker revenue. You have an owner who has to live on the revenue, is living on the family trust. It's a little different situation. You're going to be more conservative. No, we need LeBron. We need to pay the bills. I don't want to have to go into my trust and have to cover expense. It's all, or maybe sell the team. That's a lot of things. It's a little different mindset when you have someone who's a real estate mogul who knows how to generate revenue streams and versus someone who's just inherited their wealth.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, we've met people like that all our lives, and we know what they do with their money. And this is just like it's an easy money concept for now, but LA fans are not as forgivable as people think, and that brand can go down the tubes at some point. They better be careful.
Better be careful. We saw the Randy Fun era. I lived through all that stuff. It was pretty rough here, because usually that situation goes two ways. You can either have reckless or too conservative kind of managing with scared money, and I think it's a scared money management system there with the Lakers. Again, an owner who has never has no revenue stream, living on daddy's dollars. That's really how it is.
Yeah.
That's
And it's going to be. Yeah, sorry, Tony. I didn't mean to interrupt.
Yeah, no. So I think that's how I see the LA situation moving forward. Is that's why they want to draft Bronny. They want LeBron's going to have say in the coach. I still think he might be. I still think he might be a player coach. Just name him player coach. Let's get it over with. That's how I look at it. So
you know what? That would be a great idea, wouldn't it? Would that be? Yeah. You know what's going to be interesting too? I was going to say. I was thinking about it. And because of the brand, early season. I mean, you know this team well. Early season lines next year are going to be very interesting because I really think that there's going to be edges to bet against or for the Lakers. I just have that feeling. I can see the way they're gonna sort of line their games early next year. But of course, I've got to see what happens during the summer. But it's going to be really interesting.
Yeah. Interesting to see. Of course, remember we got the free agency period. That's another big. I think it's bigger than draft now. Is a free agency period. That's always gets a lot of notoriety. That always gets a lot of headlines for the NBA.
Yeah, 100%. You saw with San Antonio, what's that young guy? I'm proud.
Wembanyama.
Yeah. And they really pushed it and made a big deal about it. And you can see the lines at the beginning of the year were just too generous. It's still, it takes time for a team to gel. So,
Absolutely. So we got Alex here on the Thunder laying the 5 tonight against the Mavericks. All right, Alex, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Cream for tonight's action. Limited card, a few in prime time for Major League Baseball, some on the ice as well. We also have a couple in NBA, but Alex is having a phenomenal 2024. Take a look at this. 4,854 units of profit documented over at Pick Dog. That's probably a record over at Pick Dogs. I've not seen a number that high for a year-to-date number. That's a phenomenal number there, 4,854. And even across the street, I don't think I've even seen it higher than this. What do you have going over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Tonight I've just got that one NBA selection up on board. We had a short Major League Baseball rotational schedule today. Won the afternoon game with the total on the Seattle-Minnesota conflict. And tomorrow we'll be back with more Major League Baseball. One NBA tonight, the Cavs, the Celtics. That side there, will the Celtics romp over the Cavs again, just like they've romped over just about everybody in these playoffs? Or will the Celtics find a way to push back and cover this number? So that's the one selection I have left over tonight. And you know what? I still say it, that short-term package, I know I love to push long-term packages and, tell my clients on a long-term basis, you'll get a better idea of what's going on with the way my mind works, and the profits will make long-term too. But those short-term packages, those are a value, man. I don't think there's any better place on the internet. So
that's right,
the 3-day packages.
3-day pass is the way to go with this volume right now. So get on board with Alex over at Pick Dogs Premium. Use that promo code PICK at checkout. You'll save that 15%. Multi-capper promotions also up there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Have a great night, a great weekend, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
You too. Take care, Tony. Good seeing you, buddy.
Bye. Good seeing you as well. Alex Smart here on the Drive Thru. We'll continue here on the show. Guys, it's time for our chat pick of the day. Let's get another winner here for the chat. Tonight, we're going to give you the Cavaliers at Celtics is today's chat pick of the day. If you like the Cavs, plus 13 is letter A. Celtics minus 13 is letter B. Over 212.5 C. Under 212 is D. This is our chat pick of the day. Of course, my selection always shades in blue here, but this is the chat pick of the day, guys. So I just want to make sure I have it corrected in there with what I liked here. Yes, it is. Okay, guys, chat pick of the day. Get your picks in. First one in. Celtics is the first one in from Andy Adelson. And they are coming in right now with Fong Lee coming in here with the Celtics. We do have another Celtics, so it's been a lot of Celtics coming in here. We do have an over, and we have a Cav. April Montgomery is the Cav. I have a feeling, April, you're going to be on an island. I think it's going to be April Island, because I don't think we're going to see a lot of Cavs. Already 5 on the Celtics, 1 on the Cavs. If you want to join April's Island, she's alone right now on the Cavs. Everybody right now, it's just been pounding right now here with the Celtics. 6 on the Celtics, 1 on the Cavs. And I have a feeling it's going to be like this for the remainder of the show. I just have that funny feeling. What we've seen here from another one coming in, we're now up to 8 Cavs, 8 on the Celtics, 8 on the Celtics, 1 on the Cavs. Make it 9 here, 9 on the Celtics, 1 on the Cavs. We've got another over coming in here. So it has been all Celtics here, 9-1 right now. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. And we'll go ahead and welcome in next. Here will be Wayne Scott. You'll catch him over at Pick Dodge. Let's bring in Wayne right now. Ready to roll here on this card for Thursday. I think we'll get him here in just a second. Wayne, what's happening? You're on mute, Wayne. Gotta fix that mic. So Wayne's gonna fix his mic. We're gonna continue to calculate these numbers.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Wayne is now here.
All right. What's going on, Tony T? What's going on, Pick Dog family?
Things going great. All right, Wayne, we're going to be taking a look here at Major League Baseball for tonight. It's going to be the late game tonight as these Royals will be heading out west here to take on the Angels. Both teams traveling to this destination. Obviously, here Angels coming off that road trip all the way in Pittsburgh. And we see here that the Royals are favored $1.09, total 8.5.
As Tony just mentioned, yes, Angels coming off a 6-game road trip, and they're also coming off 2 wins, man. And they're at home where they have played their worst baseball, unfortunately. 4-11 at home, 14-23 on the season. Meanwhile, Kansas City right below 500 on the road, been playing decent road ball, but I also feel like they've been playing a better team, so I got to take that in consideration. Coming off a series off of Milwaukee. This pitching matchup, to me, I feel is pretty even. I feel like Walker is more trustworthy, although he's been getting lit up. Detmer's been getting lit up, but outside of the numbers, Walker's done good against the Angels. He's 3-0 in his last 3 against the Angels. I feel like this is a prime spot for him to step up. I don't trust the Angels' bats, although they did get it going a little bit versus Pittsburgh. I just feel like KC is playing the better baseball on the season and in all the spots. Game 1 of the series, on the road, off a win. They've been playing well in these spots. To me, this trusting these bats more, and this game comes down to me. If this KC doesn't away pretty early like I expect, they have the more trustworthy bullpen here. So I'm just believing in KC's bats as they've shown all season. They can get the wins done. 22-10. I don't think a lot of people expect them to be this good. I do expect them to take a little small step back when they play better teams, but a team like the Angels coming off a long road skid, short number with KC, I'm going to take KC in this spot.
All right, Wayne will be here on KC here. Even money here against the Angels. Angels coming home after that road trip. Yeah, Reed Detmers was someone who had a good start, and man, the last 3 starts has just gone bad for him, for Detmers. And you're right here, it's definitely the bullpen. And the Royals have had luck here against these bad bullpens. 10-2 against a team with a bad bullpen with an ERA of 4.7 or higher. So they've been able to feast on bad bullpens this year, have the Royals.
Yeah, and the bats has just been getting it done. And as you mentioned, when it comes to closing out games, they've been one of the more trustworthy teams getting it done, taking advantage of bullpens and just getting better throughout the game. There's a few teams that play good early, but if they're not doing well early, then I do not trust them to come back. I go ahead and count it as an L. Kansas City's kind of taking that old Rays, where the Rays, no matter how much they were down, you feel like they had a chance to come back. But the way their bullpen was playing and the way they were hitting in the past, not this year's Rays team. But I think Kansas City has kind of taken that identity this year as one of those teams where they're never really out of it with how good they can bat, and they're never really out of it because their bullpen does a good job of limiting runs.
All right, there we go. Wayne here on these Royals, and he'll be taking them here near even money to -109. Do your line shopping to get the best number. This game tonight, 9:38 Eastern Time. All right, Wayne, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. Of course, so we do have limited baseball coverage tonight up on the board, Major League Baseball. Also, a couple on the board from the NBA. We also have action here on the ice. Of course, Wayne doing great work here. 2,493 units of profit in baseball. That is all documented over at Pick Dog Premium. Go to Wayne's handicapper page. Go to Pick History. You'll be able to verify all these numbers up there. What do you have going over at Pick Dog Premium?
Lost one earlier with the Reds, but that was in my 3-pack, so my 3-pack is off the board. I do have two plays left, one in baseball and one on this NBA card, but it's only for long term. So always looking to get in that 3-day, 7-day, 30-day package. It'll get you all these plays. You don't got to worry about what plays in what package, what plays the game of the day, because you'll have all that access as soon as you get that 3-pack. Look at pair me up with the multi-handicapper special with some of the top guys in your favorite sports, and we'll continue to put that cash in your pocket.
Cash in your pocket, guys. Get on board with Wayne Scott over at Pick Dogs, a premium. You see the great results here in Major League Baseball, all documented over at Pick Dogs. So make sure you check them out right now and get on board with Wayne with those long-term passes. That's your best value right now at Pick Dogs. Premium, get the long-term pass. Remember that 1-month pass will get you all of Wayne's premium plays for that 30-day period. That'll take you right into the NBA and NHL finals. Lots of baseball coverage there with that 1-month pass. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout, and that will save you that 15% off. All right, Wayne, it's always a great on the show. Continue that success. We'll catch up with you again, not tomorrow, then next week, but we can always catch up with you here on the weekend shows.
Yep, I'll be there Sunday. I'm not sure if I'll be able to sign up for Saturday yet. Got to check a couple things in the schedule, but you'll definitely see me there Sunday. Looking forward for the fight this week. If you missed yesterday's show, Lomachenko by KO. A couple other good fights in the works right now with Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis. A banger. That's probably one of Gervonta's most toughest competitions that he's stepped in the ring with so far. So I'm very excited to see that. They got a lot of history and a lot of championship fights coming out. So I'll be looking forward to breaking them down and getting you guys those winning bets for these boxing matches.
Those winning bets of the boxing matches from Wayne Scott. Check it out here on the channel as well as on the video series. Wayne's trying to figure out a date to get it up there, and then it'll be up there for you guys. So make sure you like, subscribe, set notifications so you're signed in when Wayne drops these videos and you get them right away. All right, Wayne, have a great night. We'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony T, appreciate you for having me as always, and good luck with all your bets tonight on this small card today.
You got it, Wayne Scott here on the drive-thru. Let's continue here on the show. Guys, we're going to take a look here at the chat pick of the day. We're asking you your pick here in the Cavaliers and Celtics. If you like the Cavs, it's letter A plus 13. Celtics minus 13B, over 212.5 is C, under the 212.5 is Z. It's our chat pick of the day, and right now it is all Boston. 11 on the Boston side, 1 on the Celtics, 5 on the over. We do have some overs coming in here, so that's the way it looks right now here on the chat pick of the day. All right, so keep those picks coming in, and we'll calculate them throughout the show, and then we will recap at the end. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through. Up next, we're going to go ahead and welcome in Mills Young. You'll catch him over at Pick Dogs YouTube channel. He's a content producer here at Pick Dogs. Of course, very sharp with his analysis here in major sports as well as UFC. Maybe we'll ask him about the UFC fight night coming up. Mills, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How's everybody doing today?
Things going great tonight. Of course, this was our chat pick of the day, but you'll be looking at this one differently. The Celtics and the Cavaliers going head-to-head here. We see the Celtics laying 13. Total is 213, but you're looking at this one a little differently.
Yeah, man. I mean, you either going to lay the chalk with the Celtics, right? Or else you're going to take the points with the Cavs and try to hold your breath and think how to cash. Me, I'm going to give you guys the player prop that I like to go on top. And after that, I'm going to give you guys a trifecta in there so you guys can get some more plus money price tag. Now, when it comes down to it, you got to match up to where the stars need to show up. Is Jason Tatum showing up? We don't know. That's one star. The other star that I'm talking about is Donovan Mitchell, and he's been as advertised, folks. I actually think he's going to be one of the targets that a lot of people is going to try to get on their team after this year. Him being on the Cleveland Cavs just sounds a little bit better if he was a Laker, you know. But with that being said, I'm taking him in this spot to go over his point prop in here. Hear me out on here. It's at 29 points. Last game out, he showed exactly what he can do. I think he went for like 33 in here. He's averaging 30 points just versus Boston. So he's already averaging exactly what he's supposed to go over playing this team. On top of it, you do got Jared Allen coming back into the lineup for him. That will take away some of his points. But the main thing is Darius Garland got shaken up his last time out there in the game. So he's not going to be the same offensive player that he's used to. So I love Donovan Mitchell to go over his point prop. Then we're going to be taking him in my trifecta. That's over points, rebounds, and assists. The reason why we're going to be doing that is because we hit with the last time on the prop shop. He was the point guard for the Utah Jazz, and he was giving out assists left and right. He was used to being that player. Cleveland Cavs, they got Darius Garland. Doesn't need to do that. But he still finds himself averaging about 4.5 assists per game. A rebounding guard, kind of like Damian Lillard when he was with Portland. So he's always around the rim, too, grabbing those balls, taking it down court. We're taking him over 5.5 assists. We're taking him over his rebound prop, too. You parlay all three of those, it's plus 560. Meet me at the window. Let's get paid.
Get paid with Mills Young here on this parlay piece on this Mitchell over 29.5 points. Of course, it's going to be Mitchell. It's always going to be Mitchell now because we just can't trust anyone else on this Cavs uniform.
That's the word around town. You just can't trust them. Now, hear me out. When they got Mobley, I thought Mobley was going to be able to average about 16 to 18 points a game. They already threw that out the window about a year and a half ago. He seems like a player that's going to give you about 13 points per game. The other piece, I thought Karis LeVert a year and a half ago was going to be that guy, averaging 16 points as the sixth man, kind of like Malik Monk did with the Kings. He hasn't really been that. Not too consistent with that either. So like you said, where are the points coming from? Kevin Love ain't with the Cavs no more, Andre Bennett ain't with the Cavs, they number one pick, so it got to come from Donovan Mitchell, man. And I think he hears all the noise. I think it was last year to where, the noise was going around to where is Donovan Mitchell actually a star player? And he said, hey, the Cleveland Cavs didn't trade for me to get out of the first round. So, man, he has that mentality of going deep. I think he's going to be something nice, man. And it seemed like this series is the one to where you have players going for big games. Who's going to stop Donovan Mitchell? Drew Holiday? Not today.
Nope. And if you're Karis LeVert, you think you should be getting more minutes. So there's got to be something going on there, too, with that. No doubt about that. All right. We got Mills here on Mitchell, over 29.5 points, over points, rebounds, and assists. That's your trifecta there at plus the 560. And it's Thursdays. You know what's coming up here on, how you guys know what's coming up here on Saturday. And you know who we have in the room right now. Who's in the room is a man who knows this UFC like he knows the back of his hand. I can give him the first prelim. I can give him the main event. I could even give him. He can even tell you who the backup fighters are. That's how much he knows UFC. He knows the UFC like the back of his hand. And that's Mills. We're going to take a look here at this UFC fight night, and we'll go ahead and get underway here with the rundown. We got this one here, Goff and Waters here. Waters $1.56. ESPN 2.5 is the total.
Man, when you talk about a matchup and height disparity, you got one guy who's about 6'3", the other guy's about 5'10", same height as me. Trey Waters going to be the clean striker out there. He has multiple paths to victory. Goff's going to be a junkyard dog. He gets hit, then he's going to bounce back and try to finish you. I actually think Trey Waters should be able to get this one done at the minus 156 price tag. Not too bad.
All right, Richie and Torres here, ESPN here. We see Richie $1.33, total 2.5.
Yeah, man. So you got Tisha Torres, a.k.a. Tisha Pennington, is coming back off a 2-year layoff, taking on Baby Shark, a.k.a. Richie. Both of these girls got the same stature. Literally, they're like 5'2". The difference is Richie has the implements of adding in wrestlings and takedowns. Torres is just a striker. I think Richie's going to be able to get the takedowns and win 2 rounds. I can see her winning on the scorecards. I actually bet her at a minus 115.
All right, there you go with Mills. Next one up on the board here, Aldrich and Macedo. We see Macedo here, $1.31, total 2.5.
Yeah, man. On this one, it's hard to trust women's fights when they're low level. And in this one, you got 2 women who's kind of turning around in both. Aldridge is the dog. Macedo has multiple paths to win just because Aldridge does struggle with the takedowns. Aldridge is a cleaner boxer on here. I like fight to go the distance in this one. And I would probably lean to Macedo.
There you go. Continuing here, ESPN, the prelim. McKinnon, Briggs, $1.65, total 142.
Man, Terrence McKinney is a first-round fighter that just goes out there and looks like Mike Tyson. He's knocking everybody out in that first round. But after he gets to that first round, he's not the same fighter out there. He's not throwing as much. The power's not the same. He's not translating. He's not doing for takedowns. Rebavox, he's been good so far on the UFC in here. I actually like Rebavox in this spot. I think Terrence McKinney's kind of a little bit of a hype train. People got on him because he got 2 flashy knockouts, but I like Rebavox to get it done.
We're about to get it done here as we continue on the prelim side here. Jusette and Gooden. Jusette 230, total 1.5.
Man, shout out to Jaron Gooden. I got an interview out with him, so if you guys want more information on this fight, just go ahead and look it up on MMA Locker Room, interviews Jaron Gooden. Just because I got an interview with him, I really don't want to say what I think is going to happen in this fight, so we'll just keep it going.
Keep it going. Don't want to lose that good resource. All right, let's continue here on the show. Here I'm joined here with Mills as we get ready for the next one on the board here. Hooper and Borshev. We see Borshev $1.36, total 1.5.
Man, you got a striker versus grappler in here, and the striker's going to be Borshev, man. He's clean with his kickboxing and everything. And then you got the grappler and Chase Hooper. All he needs is one time to get you down to the ground. Tall, lengthy guy, and he can get anybody down to the ground. And once he does, he's relentless with the submissions and takedowns. I like the dog in this one. Give me Chase Hooper. I think he could go ahead and get Borshev down to the ground and submit him.
Next one up here is Johnson and Hadley here in the prelims. Hadley, $1.43, total 2.5.
All right, so you got Charles Johnson, man. The fight IQ on him, I give a B+. Fight resume, I give him a B. Striking, I got to go with the B as well. Cardio, I like it as a B as well. The thing that I like is he's fighting a fighter who has the same skill set as him. He's a striker. He's not going for takedowns. Charles Johnson struggles with takedowns. He's an underdog fighting in his hometown in St. Louis. The dog's coming out to win in this one, man. I like Charles Johnson in this one. I think he wins by decision. But, yeah, I actually like the dog in that spot.
Like the dog in that spot. All right, we move over to the main card here. Buckley and Rizboev. Buckley, $1.27, total 1.5.
Man, this fight is so close, man. Buckley opened up a -155. Money's coming in on the dog in this one. Man, it is hard to go against Buckley right now. It seems like he's been able to turn it around in this welterweight division. Rizboev, the questions are out there. Who has he fought? Is he a fraud? I think Buckley's going to be able to test him. Money's coming down. I'm actually going to be playing it in here. He's fighting in front of his crowd at St. Louis. Went to the press conference and called for this fight just so he can fight in front of his hometown. I like Buckley.
Buckley there for Mills. This fight has been canceled. We move over to Menefeld and Olberg. Olberg at 290, favorite, total 1.5.
Yeah, man, I got to go with Carlos Olberg. I've been kind of back and forth on this fight. I think earlier on in the week I made a case for Menfield on one of my prediction videos, and I had to do some more tape study. And, hey, man, I'm on Olberg in here. I think he's going to be able to win by decision in here. Menfield's a big fighter, doesn't really throw a lot of volume. So I think Olberg will be able to pepper him up, win by strikes on the scorecard.
There you go from Mills. Continue on the main event card. Lewis and Nascimento. Lewis, $1.62, total 1.5.
Derek Lewis, man, he has 18 wins in the UFC in the heavyweight division. That's a lot for fighters to get. Some people don't even get 6 fights in the UFC. I've been going against them a while. I'm off that. I can't fade him no more. I think Derek Lewis wins by knockout. Derek
Lewis by knockout there in that heavyweight bout there. And, of course, we do have Cortez Acosta and Despaigne. Despaigne, 241, total 1.5.
Yeah, I hopped on Despaigne when he came out at a -160. I imagine he's going to get all the way up to a -280. This is an Olympic Taekwondo specialist who has all of his wins by first round KO. Less than 60 seconds. What do you think is going to happen in this fight, Tony?
Less than 60 seconds.
Yeah, he's getting knocked out in less than 60 seconds. Take Despaigne.
Take Despaigne there from Mills. All right, big line here with Rebecki and Ferreira. 505, total 2.5.
I mean, so, they always got ways to cut down the chalk. This is how we're going to do it to get you guys some money to talk. Take Rebecki to win inside the distance. You should be able to get a way lower price tag than that. He has multiple paths to victory. He averages 4.6 takedowns per minute and averaging about 3.8 strikes. Vieira is coming back off of a layoff. Can't really trust anybody like that. I think Rebecki wins inside the distance.
Inside the distance there. That's what has this fight, I believe. Caceres and Wood said no line here, and that should do it here for the UFC rundown from Mills. As I said, I could give Mills the prelims, the first prelim, or I can give him the main event. And he knows the stuff, as you see right here, non-rehearsed. We had that just right off the top of his head. He does his tape study. He put a lot of hours into this sport, Mills.
Yes, sir, man. Yeah, I mean, it's something you're passionate about. You love to do it. They always say, find something that you love to do every day, and it won't feel like a job. I think I found one.
Yeah, of course, Mills, member of the press media there. Where's the next fight you'll be covering?
Next fight on Become is going to be out here in September. It's going to be the Bellator event. They're coming out here in September. They have a Vegas event going on July with Conor McGregor versus Chandler. Didn't get approved for that one, so yeah, I'll be out here in Cali waiting for that Bellator event in September.
I got to show you how to do press releases, my man. I used to get into these things.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because especially with this channel, you can get into any fight, bro. You can get into any.
Got
fight.
it.
I used to go to the fights. I used to see guys. It doesn't matter whether you sit ringside or up in the level. There's ways to get in. Trust me.
It is. It's always your affiliation. So some of the companies that I represent might not be as known as Pick Dogs and stuff like that.
God.
So yeah, it is.
You got a channel with 200K subscribers. You should get into any fight. Any fight. Any fight.
Right.
So we got to work on that press release there. All right, Mills. Everybody know what the content you're producing over at Pick Dogs.
Yeah, man. So we dropped the prop shop out there for you guys today. Yesterday, man, we hit our trifecta spot. You know what I mean? We gave out Josh Hart over points, rebounds, and assists. We was able to hit that. The last couple of days, we've been giving out our home run props and our strikeout props. Chris Sale's been making money for us. Otani's been making money for us. Teoscar Hernandez been making money for us. The prop shop is hot. We're dropping it daily. We gave out Leon Drysdale over 2.5 shots on goal. Barely hit with the last 3 seconds, so we're going to keep that momentum going out here. That dropped for you guys. The UFC Bet With Me, that came out yesterday. Went over all the fights way more in detail. Gave you guys a parlay. Last week we was able to cash in that parlay too. So check out the UFC Bet With Me series in my player prop shop every day.
That's right, guys. Check it out. Like, subscribe, set notification. Get these videos and prop shops and Mills when they drop here at the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. Right, Mills, is always great having you show. The chat really likes this segment, and they've already seen your interview even before you told about it, so you got a pretty good following out there, Mills, and we'll catch up with you again next week.
All right, Tony, man. Appreciate everybody out there. I actually think Lomachenko wins by decision.
There you go. Lomachenko by decision from Mills Young. All right, Mills here on the drive through. Let's continue here on the show, guys. If you ever miss a pick, we always recap at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's take it. Oh, we got to work on that button there because it always takes it back to Mills. All right, here we go. Chat pick of the day. It is one-sided, as I thought it would be. And when April Montgomery took the Cavaliers, I thought she was going to be alone on an island, and that's what it is. Here we go. If you like the Cavs, you can join the island with April. There's 1 on the Cavs. There is 12 right now on the Celtics, 6 on the over, 1 on the under. It's our chat pick of the day. And we also got James Thora. We got somebody on the island here. We got a second one here on the Cavs. We got another Celtics coming in from JF. So it's been one-sided here. And James Thora is going to join the island, April Island, on the Cavs. All right, let's continue here on the drive-through, guys. We're gonna get to my pick, and then we'll do the end of the show, right? So we got got through that. So we're gonna go and get to my pick, and we'll recap it. And then we'll let you roll here for this card on Thursday. So let's get to the game here for tonight. I realized I finally got my screen lined up perfectly. It was off center. You were seeing the yellow, right? The orange. I was bothering me. I said, I got to fix this. We had an earthquake here not too long ago, and I kind of threw off my screen. So that's why you're seeing some of my wall on the screen. All right, here we go. Let's take a look at the game for tonight. It's not this one. I needed to move the chains here. We're gonna be looking at the Brewers and Cardinals game for tonight. It is slim picking tonight, guys. So I'm gonna let you know that right now. Let's see here. Let's move it up here. This one here, Cardinals and Brewers going head to head, and I'm gonna fade an ace. Yes, I'm going to fade an ace tonight. I'm gonna get that. Actually, I'm gonna get that. I'm getting that printed up, fade the ace. That's gonna be on my wall back here. I'm adding some more stuff tomorrow. If you guys have any recommendations for my wall, let me know, because right now my wall is fairly blank. But I've got USC coming in. I've got a fade the ace that's coming in. I think I have something else coming in. So if you got any recommendations, tell me what else to place on this wall. I moved the Rams thing down a little bit. No one knew what it was. I think it was too high, but we're gonna fill up this wall. All right, so let's get to this one. Cardinals and Brewers, and we're on the Brewhouse. The Brewhouse tonight, plus the I almost said something bad in Spanish there. The Brewers there at plus 122 is the play. And, Bruja's not too bad. That means witch in Spanish. That's not too bad here. Or on YouTube, by the way. All right, let's see here. Tonight, we know Sonny Gray is on the hill. We're going to fade an ace. And kind of had that discussion with Mitch there yesterday, right? When you're looking to fade aces, you got to do it very carefully there. But again, pitchers like Sonny Gray, 4-1 on the year, doesn't have much of a hitting lineup behind him. So, yeah, he might get 34 starts this year, might get 15 to 18 wins. And in those other games, there'll be losses and no decisions, right? That's how it goes. And that's exactly how it rolls. So, he's got a really weak hitting lineup behind him. And when you look at the Cardinals, they're hitting just 219 in their past 7 games. And one thing about this Brewers team is they hit right-handers pretty well. 264 against right-handed starters, putting up nearly 5.5 runs a game. And they've won 18 of their 29 against right-handed starters. Brewers in this price range at even money to minus 150, 33 and 15. When a home favorite at this price range, it's a plus 14.5 unit return the past 2 seasons. And again, the Cardinals bats are just going to struggle. And at some point, Sonny Gray's going to, I don't want to say pay, but it may be one of those no decisions where he goes, he pitches well but doesn't get the run support, or maybe the bullpen has issues. So we're going to go ahead and take the Brewers here. Plus money at home, going against a Cardinal team that just really can't hit at all this year. It's been a pretty sad state of affair for this Brewers team. The fans are kind of getting restless here in St. Louis because, man, you're watching teams hitting 200 at home. They're not used to that, especially with that lineup they have. They have the players, but they just can't produce their wins. In their divisional games, 0-3 to St. Louis, 0-3 hitting 173 in their divisional games, averaging 2 runs a game. Past 7 games are averaging 3.2 runs per game. That is just not very good right now. And we're going to be looking here at the Milwaukee Brewers here at plus the 122. All right. We got through the show, guys. Over at Pick Dogs Premium, I've got a best bet on the board right now here from the NBA, so get on board with me. Also, my long-term pass, I have a 3, 7, or 30-day all sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period, just like when you go to my handicapper page, make that purchase. Remember the promo code PICK at checkout will save you that 15% off. And, of course, multi-capper promotions also available, making it a great time to get on board. All right, here. We got a little extra time here. Let's see. Did I look? I let that White Sox game just for a second here. I know this wasn't covered on the show, so we could probably fill it up a little bit with this game. Right now, we're seeing the Astros up 4-2 in this one. And the Astros hitting the ball well on today. Watching a bit of this game. Let's see. We covered the Royal game. We didn't cover the Guardians. I just can't make a case for the White Sox for the life of me. Eric Fedde has pitched well, but man, there are some ugly looking numbers with this White Sox team. Let's see here. Lively going for Cleveland. I want to make sure it's still Lively today. Let's see here. Lively and Fedde. There is some bad weather. Matter of fact, there is 70% rain, 50-degree temperatures. The wind's blowing, so there's going to be some wind chill today in Chicago. So it's not a very pleasant day today in Chicago. Tonight, Fedde, pretty good start to the season for Fedde, but and maybe there'll be some regression. But he's been hurt by the home run ball, 1.62 home runs per 9 innings. But again, the White Sox against right-handed pitching, hitting .213. They are 6-24 against right-handed starters. The Guardians put up 5 runs per game on the road. The White Sox, in this price range, as an underdog between plus 125 and plus 175, 9-31 as a home dog the past 2 seasons. That's a minus 17 unit loss. Chicago, 2-18 against the division. I can't make a case for the underdog here, guys. It's either pass or put the Guardians into a parlay piece, or if you put Guardians run line because of the Guardians' good bullpen, I wouldn't argue there. But I just can't make a case for the White Sox. Just no way, no how. I know Fedde's good, but again, bullpen for Chicago, they're not hitting. There's going to be very little fans at the game because the weather's bad. There's no home field tonight, so take your chances there in that game. All right, guys, I think we got everything here. Yeah, stick with the Guardians. Don't mess with the run line. Yeah, I would agree there, possibly. Yeah, no, don't get too cute. Don't get too cute with that one. All right, I would give you NHL, but it's not my sport, and I don't want to step into that area here and get burned. Actually, we got Rod Zawacki up next. I forgot about that, right? Darn it. Rod was going to come in today. How did I forget that? All right, let's bring in Rod Zawacki, catch him over Pick Dogs Premium. See if he's still on the air. Oh, we lost Rod. Rod said he was going to sign in after Mills signed out. and I forgot about it. Darn it. Let's see here. Maybe if he's still around, he could sign in. Let me see here. We got some time here. You got my pick. Let's see. Rod was going to sign in and give us a pick. I don't even know if I put that in the system. Let me check it out. No, I don't think I did. All right. I guess we must have. I guess I'll have to relay that to you. I don't see Rod in the chat either. So maybe let me see if I got his pick. I like him to give the pick. All right. We're going to do the. Let's see here. I'll come in after Mills here. Let's see here. Let's see what he. I got his pick. I'll give Rod some time to sign in if he has a chance to get in. We'll let him get in, but we'll do the recap, and then we will go to we'll see if Rod signs in if he does. But let's go ahead and get to the recap here, and then we will close the show out. And of course, if we will also close out the chat pick of the day, and the chat pick is kind of a runaway right now. All right, let's get to the recap. Alex was on the Thunder laying the 5. Wayne Royals even money. Mitchell over 29.5 points and likes the over points, rebounds, and assists. That big trifecta playing over plus 500. I'll be on the my pick was the Brewers plus 122. Which one do I like the best? Oh, I'm going to say it's going to be Wayne's pick with the Royals there. Like that one. All right, guys, if you already put in your chat, let's get back to the chat pick of the day. The chat pick, we'll see here. We're going to close it out. It's been all one-sided here. It is no doubt going to be the Boston Celtics, 13-2 on the Cavaliers. So the Boston Celtics is the chat pick of the day. Also, the chat had 6 on the over, 1 on the under. That's how it closed it out. So the chat pick of the day today is the Celtics, and I'm going to be in agreement with you there, as you're going to see mine come up here in just a second. Chat pick of the day. All right, Rod was going to sign in a little bit. Again, I forgot about that. He sent me a message, but I didn't get it. I had forgotten about it after Mills' rundown. All right, so we got you. You're going to see who I like here in just a second, and that's going to be the Boston Celtics. That shades up in blue here, in green for you right there. All right, we got you set up. All right, so now it's time to get your picks into the chat, your show pick, and then we'll close it out. Unless Rod comes back, and then I'll give the Rod pick out late, and because we're going to still give him time to sign in if he can. All right, that will do it for this edition here of the Drive-Thru, guys. We'll be back again tomorrow live at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers from Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Place to go over their plays in real time. Remember to always get started with that morning show. We're live here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Of course, we'll have the morning show at 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time with Mitch, Jay, and we have Chris. And don't forget the video series. We have Mitch's 7 Picks in 5 minutes. His Betting Tools Show. His roundtable discussion with the professionals. Of course, Jay's jam session from the NBA. Chris around the league from the NHL, as well as his individual game pick videos. And of course, the great video contributions here with we have Wayne with his boxing video series, Mills with his prop shop, UFC rundown, Ron Romanelli with his baseball rundown as well. We also have Big Al McMorty All Access. Don't forget about Brian Bittler with his contrarian sharp angle plays. Also, Dana Lane against the public betting. And many here out here. Murphy Jerfies here from Brad Francis. Parlay Shorts here from Jovan as well. And it goes on Costi with his sharp trading plays. Guys, make sure you like, subscribe, set those notifications. Be live when we give out these plays. All right, guys. Now I'm going to go ahead and read out the show picks, and then I'll tell you who Rod likes unless he signs in, and then we'll put him on if he signs in. Show picks today. Blake likes Brewers money line and Royals money line. Also, we've got Mims, White Sox first 5 and team total over from Mims coming in. Mims saying that Guardians have no pen today. That's from him as well. Let's see here. Cardinals for Jared Gable. Menefield here from NS Tra. Let's see what else we have. Mr. NS has OKC and under cover plus Boston covers tonight. And let's see what else we have here today. JF likes Celtics first quarter money line. Stars first period goal. Cleveland and White Sox Nerfy. And he says thank him later. We'll thank you later. Okay, Avalanche. Chris White Thunder show pick Avalanche plus 115. We also have Ron Crawford with the Dallas Stars. David Cleaner likes Boston Cleveland over 212.5. That's been trending in the chat as well over the total. Hurricanes money line from Angel Nava. Let's see if we have any more coming up here. Let's see what we've got here. Sportsbook, we're using Pinnacle. We are always using the sharpest book in the world on our line fee, so you can compare the sharpest book with your book. Let's see. High Smokes likes Carolina Hurricanes in regulation -105 from High Smokes tonight. And also likes Celtics first quarter money line full time -190. Let's see any more here. Andy Adelson, Boston, OKC again. Public favorites win too. Exactly right there. OKC for Sean Murray. Whole world on OKC. Young Guns likes OKC as well. Dennis finally. A lot of OKC. Mavs money line from Justin 890. So we do have a Mavs money line in there tonight. And let's see. Over in Rangers and Hurricanes from Justin 1890. And this will be your last call for your show pick. And we got them all in. All right, that's going to do it here for the show. Guys, Rod's pick here. Let me give you Rod's pick because we were not able to get him into the show today. And it will be, Rod's pick tonight is Dallas money line versus the Avs. That was from Rod. He likes the Stars money line. He also likes Wyatt Johnson goal. So that is that as well. And then on that big plus 560 trifecta, Rod puts his huge stamp of approval, and he's going to sprinkle that as well. He likes Mills' trifecta pick tonight on the Cleveland side. So there you go from Rod, his picks tonight here. Derek White over from Coach Chavis in there as well. All right, we think we've got everyone's picks tonight. That's going to do it for the show, guys. We'll be back tomorrow live at 6 Eastern Time. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight. Special thanks to everybody for contributing as well as the chat. That'll do it for tonight. We'll catch up